I locked myself in a room and cried after being cut from my high school basketball team. His coach said, "You are not talented enough. You will never be a great player." Friends and classmates laughed at him, saying, "You are not just good enough for the game." For days he questioned himself, "Am I really not good enough? Should I give up?" But deep inside, something told him, this is not the end. He loved music, but when he tried to get his first big break, a recording studio rejected him. They told him, "Your voice is terrible. You have no future in show business." A radio producer once said, "This boy should go back to driving trucks. He will never make it in music." His heart was shattered. He started to believe that maybe they were right, but then he asked himself, who decides my future? Them or me? As a child, he was smaller than other kids in his age. His growth hormone deficiency made him too weak. At 11, his football team dropped him. "You are too small. You will never survive in professional football." Even some teammates whispered, "He is too fragile. He won't last long on the field." He was heartbroken. He dreamed of becoming a footballer. But now, even his own team didn't believe in him. But something inside him said, "Size doesn't define talent. I will prove them wrong." She worked hard to become a news anchor, but one day her boss fired her. "You are not fit for television," they told her. Some even said, "You are too emotional. You won't make it in this industry." She felt lost. She had no job, no direction. People around her said, "Maybe this is not for you." But deep inside, a voice said, "I have something important to say. I will find my way." At just 30 years old, he was thrown out of the company he built. The board of directors said, "You are not good enough to run this company anymore." Business experts predicted his career is over. He has put his heart and soul into Apple and now he was nobody. For days he asked himself, "Is this the end of my journey?" But then he realized, "I may have lost everything, but I haven't lost my vision." As a child, he didn't speak until he was 4. His teachers were worried. One of them said, "He is slow, he will never do anything great in life." Some classmates called him stupid because he thought differently. For years, people doubted him, but he never stopped asking questions. He thought, "Maybe I don't think like others, but maybe that's my greatest strength." He was passionate about storytelling and drawing, but when he applied for a job at a newspaper, he was fired. The editor told him, "You lack imagination and have no good ideas." Friends said, "Maybe you should try a different career." For a moment, he thought, "Maybe they are right. Maybe I am not creative enough." But then he picked up his pencil and whispered, "I will create something the world has never seen before." She was divorced, unemployed, and raising a daughter alone on government aid. She wrote a book called Harry Potter, but 12 publishers rejected her, saying this story will never sell. At times, she thought maybe my dream is foolish, but a small voice inside whispered, "Just one yes is enough to change everything." He faced failure after failure. His fiancée passed away. His business failed. He lost multiple elections. People told him, "You will never succeed. You are a failure." But he believed, the only real failure is giving up. When he was in school, his teacher told him, "You are too dumb to learn anything." Other kids laughed at him, calling him slow and useless. Even as an adult, he failed over 1,000 times. People said, "Give up, it's impossible." But he smiled and said, "I have not failed. I have just found 1,000 ways that won't work." If you have never failed, you have never tried anything new. The world will doubt you, people will laugh at you, society will say you can't. But the only thing that matters is, do you believe in yourself?